Are you ready?
Wally has played George Michael again on Sports Chat with Neil and Wally.
Use the word jetapult. It's actually a word people don't realize.
Hey, little curveball. Got my fingers on the seams right there. This is Dog Days of Summer. Dog Days of Summer.
What is that?
Beat up Bulldog Johnny stole his belt and put it on. Roll across a spidget.
A spidget.
Be a long, long time. Such a baby, Rocket Man. I just wanted to play that. It was a great concert last weekend. Elton John.
Oh, I thought you went to see Boy George. I had Nate put up pictures.
I saw that.
I saw Nate put Boy George stuff up there.
I appreciate that. It was Elton John farewell tour. Michelle and I kind of had a bucket list. We wanted to go, and I appreciate Brian Meadows sitting in. I know people would probably rather hear from a former major leaguer. Brian's better looking and younger, but I'm back. But Michelle and I had a great trip to San Antonio, and I appreciate Brian sitting in, and I wanted to start the show by that. But if you got any thoughts about seeing Elton John on his farewell tour, he's 75 years old. This is his last time around. He reiterated it 2 or 3 times during the show in San Antonio.
Did he have the big old glasses and
Yes,
stuff?
sir. He wore the glasses. A couple different outfits.
Those glasses just tickle
And
me.
if you got any reservations about going to see Elton on his last farewell tour, go check him out. He's 75, and he says he's done. So, but it was well worth the ticket, and we had a blast. And I just wanted to start the show thanking Brian for sitting in for me and allowing me to get out and gallivant a little bit.
When I was getting in my car to come here tonight, he was outside. He said,
Was he?
You need help tonight? I said, I appreciate it, man. He loves it, man.
That's fun, yeah.
He loves it.
Well, welcome to the November 6th edition of Sports Chat with Neil and Wally. And as always, thank you for flipping it over to Channel 2 on Troy Cable to watch our show. We surely appreciate it. I saw Doc Anderson at church this morning. He said, "What you and Lump Lump going to talk about tonight?"
Lump.
Yeah, he calls you Lump Lump.
Thanks,
What you and Lump Lump going to talk about tonight? He watches our show every Sunday night. But, man, we got a lot to cover tonight, my man. Ooh. I mean, tonight's one of those nights where we really need to have an hour and a half show.
Yeah.
I mean, we really do. But so much going on in the world of local sports, sports in the state of Alabama, and heck, sports around the nation for what that's worth, man. It's just a lot going on.
You ain't kid. Hey, and before I get started on my little gig here, I want to wish my brother, Carmi, he sponsors the show. 3 Notch Package Store. Happy birthday. He's 56 today.
56, Carmi.
Getting old, man.
Woo-wee.
Getting old, but happy birthday,
Carmi. Wally and I will never catch you, Carmi.
Oh, no, we won't. But yeah, man, we got to have to do a little hustle tonight, talk about everything. I mean, we got Alabama going down Baton Rouge last night. We got Astros winning the World Series. Got Auburn firing Coach Harsin. Look at
just a little bit going on.
Early in the week, but we had Cadillac Williams coaching his first game at Auburn. We have Troy Trojans scoring 23 unanswered points after falling behind 17-0 to win at Lafayette against the Raging Cajuns. Yep. We have Charles Henderson winning Friday night.
We do.
We got
it. Let's get this caller. See who this is. Sports Chat with Neil and Wally. You're on the air.
What's happening, fellas?
What's going on, Bulldog, man? Hey, round 1 under the belt.
Yeah, it is, and we're the only team from our region left standing.
You know, Charles Henderson's region didn't do very well either.
No, I think everybody in there's got put out with them.
Yep. Yeah. What's going on with that? Strong loss, Opp loss. I mean, you followed loss, Headland loss.
Yep.
I mean, it was just like you said. Pike County and Charles Henderson are the only 2 standing out of this area.
Yep. There we're the only 2 left.
Well,
hopefully we'll be the last 2 standing. Hopefully at the end of it with holding up the blue trophy. Hopefully.
Man, wouldn't that be sweet? Golly. Well, give us a quick synopsis of what happened Friday night.
Well, we went down to Excel. We left out about dinner time that day because we went down and was going to stop and eat on the way and then have a walkthrough down at Monroe County High School. And went down to Excel. They run a single wing type offense.
Ooh, I hate
I thought we was gonna have trouble stopping that. We got off starting off slow, went down and scored they went for a field goal on their first possession. We blocked it. Then we go down the field, and one of Wally's favorite connections that he had a great call on the touchdown last week from Barrow to Foster in the HA game. Well, they done it again this time, and it was a behind-the-back, almost top catch that he made over 2 defenders. And then we end up giving them 7 points They only scored 7 points on us off of their offense. Now we give them 7 after we scored the first touchdown. They run the next kickoff back.
Okay. And HA lost.
But I'm gonna tell you, Zay Carlisle had the best night of his career the other night. We shredded their defense in the second half. We just run it up down the field on them in the second half, and they just gave out and couldn't stop it.
So Zay kind of had the hot hand, and they just kept feeding him.
Yeah, they kept feeding him, and then another one of our freshman guys had a big night catching. Wally's got some stats about our game. He'll tell later, but one of our freshmen, Braylon Jackson, got some passes the other night, and there was one that he broke down the sideline, almost scored on.
Now talk about this coming up Friday night.
We go into Montgomery to play Alabama Christian. It was we originally had thought it was going to be Thursday because of Alabama Christian's got a thing with Faulkner University about them playing their home games there because their facilities ain't up to par, so to speak. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So they're having to play all their home games at Faulkner, and we were supposed to play it Thursday because of Faulkner having a home game Saturday, but then they decided to keep it at Friday, so we're going to play Alabama Christian on Friday, who beat Randolph County pretty bad on Friday night. They're a spread-type team. They got a left-handed quarterback.
I love watching a left-handed quarterback.
If we play our A game, we're guaranteed the next game here the following week, which will be a doozy against Mobile Christian.
Williamson had a left-handed quarterback Friday night against Charles Henderson. It's just neat to watch.
Just like the 2 guys on that were doing the broadcast for the XL game the other night said, the way the South looks right now, it's a collision course between us and Mobile Christian's going to have a collision course to determine who's going out of the South for the 3A title.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? Well, you already knocked the 1 seed out. Just keep it rolling.
Yeah, we can do that. If we keep doing what we've been doing all season, we can do it. And hopefully, if it comes down to it, we hopefully can, instead of losing by 1 point, we could like to win one by 1 point. Try to bite that bullet, so to speak.
I got you.
That's bitten us 3 times this year.
I got you. Well, that's exciting, Bulldog. We really appreciate your call, man. And I am looking forward to Friday night for Charles Henderson and Pike County for real.
Well, we appreciate y'all covering us on y'all's show every week. And
oh yeah,
I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and give a little surprise out there tonight. We got a couple of guys on our stats that's it's gonna be tit for tat on them about the pizza. I mean, there are 2 guys on our team that's really deserving of a pizza this week.
All right, well, stay tuned. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Well, y'all guys have a good show, and I'm gonna make a quick prediction right quick. I got Ayrton beating Highland Friday.
Woo! Come on now, Ayrton gonna beat Highland home.
Yes.
All right.
Ooh. All right.
I like it.
Well, we'll check y'all. We'll talk to y'all next week.
Thank you.
All right,
Bulldog. Have a
Coach
good
Bill.
one.
See you.
Bulldog Johnny calling in from the land of Pike County.
Already hot saying Ayrton going to win that game.
I'm telling you, man.
But
I tell you what, before let's don't get too far away from college football because Bulldog Johnny called in.
Yeah.
But we got a whole high school segment where you're gonna break it all down.
I know.
But
I know.
man, what about the playoff picture? The first rankings that came out this past week, Wally, Tennessee was number 1, Ohio State was number 2, Clemson was number 4. That wasn't even close.
Wasn't even close. Yeah.
wasn't even close after this weekend, man.
Yeah, two of them lost, and I'm talking about lost bad, brother.
man.
Clemson, Tennessee both went down the toilet, and Clemson went down to Notre Dame and South Bend, and Tennessee just went down to Georgia. I mean, it was not even pretty. And Neil, you called it. You said Tennessee would not be able to handle Georgia, man. Good call. I'm giving you a ring on that.
I get a bell.
You get a bell. Neil gets a bell tonight.
I get a bell. I just didn't, it's Tennessee, that high-flying passing attack, I just didn't think Georgia would fall for that. They were ready. They were ready, man. And
I was all wrong.
I don't know. I don't know if you can write Tennessee off, though. They only got one loss. If TCU takes a loss, old Rocky Top can still get in there, I think, man. But TCU's the key right here. They're the key. Watch out for the Horned Frogs. And you say, Neil, well, what about Michigan? And what about Ohio State? And what? Whoa. Michigan and Ohio State got to play each other.
Yeah,
They're going to come out of there with a loss. Somebody's going to get a loss right there.
Yeah.
But if TCU stays undefeated, look, this is the world we're living in, man. Pat each other on the back. Love each other. Don't hurt each other's feelings. I hate to use the word, but the woke, take care of everybody. Make everybody feel lovey-dovey, goody-goody. Kind of like what they did with Cincinnati last year. Did Cincinnati need to be in there? No.
But
Well, guess what they're going to do to TCU this year?
They're going to let them have a.
Watch out for TCU.
I hear you.
Hey, I may be wrong about TCU. They may be deserving. I mean, they may be a top 4, but if TCU stays undefeated, they're going to get the love. Right. You watch it.
Well, let me tell you this much, bro. I think Coach Saban needs to go ahead and clean house. Last year, I thought Pete Goat, there you go, Aflac. Saban needs some gap insurance. Good gracious, man.
Oh, Lord.
O'Brien needs to go too. And I know I got fans out there that bash me.
So you got the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator being gone.
Time to go, man.
Time to go. Good.
Time to
man.
go.
Well, come on, man. Look, last year you was firing Pete Golden all year. Now you're throwing Bill O'Brien in there too. Clean house. Do you really think this is for Wally and the people out there? I mean, Twitter and Facebook is so funny. Do you really think firing those two guys will fix everything? I mean, is there a little bit of a chance that the players getting all those penalties and those players not executing the schemes as well as the players in the past have, you think that might be the issues and not the coaches?
Well, I'll say this much, and me and my brother Chris, we were texting there when we got in overtime.
Yep.
Bama just doesn't have the alpha guy. Well, we do not have an alpha guy like we've had in the past.
Will?
And
What's his name?
Will Anderson,
Will
but
Anderson,
not.
yeah.
I mean, but we just don't have a guy that's just can huddle it up and go full speed with it. And the players that we do have are so confused.
I'll say you're right at the wide receiver position.
I mean, they're so confused, man. And that issue goes straight back to the defense and offense coordinator. Listen, let me tell you this, and I'll shut up.
All right, come on. It's our show, man. Go ahead.
You got a timeout, and you still got 12 people on the field. That tells me right there they are confused.
The defense coordinator didn't even count.
Didn't even count. That guy had to run off and do a Pete Rose slide to get to the sideline before the snap.
Oh,
I mean, that's the issue. I mean, that's the Wally issue.
Yeah.
And I know the dynasty's not over. I mean, Saban's going to fix it, but just not this year, buddy. We might get the Birmingham Bowl,
Birmingham.
We might get
play
that.
Troy.
Yeah, might play Troy. I wouldn't want to play Troy right now, buddy. I tell you what.
I just think at the top of college football, to stay there, it's just a tough thing to do.
Yeah.
And that's what's made this 12-year run by Alabama so stinking impressive, is everybody knows how hard it is to do. All the coaches know how hard it is to sustain a top program year in and year out. And Alabama's been able to do that. They've been able to stay up there. Sooner or later, they're going to have a team that just doesn't play well together and a team that's just not a top-tier team. And maybe this is that year. Maybe this is that year, Wally.
Man, enough of that. Who's Auburn going to hire as their head coach? Didn't Harsin get fired this week?
Oh yeah, we can change the subject and talk about Auburn, but Alabama still lost to LSU now. That's out there. But if you want to talk about Auburn, we can. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. We can talk about Auburn. I don't know who they're gonna hire. They got. I tell you what to think. I tell you what to keep in mind though. Check this out. This athletic director. This is the guy that hired Mike Leach at Mississippi State. Think about that. The Pirate.
Yeah.
So that right there tells you he ain't afraid to think out of the box and hire somebody off the cuff, somebody you wouldn't think. So, heck, if you're thinking on that level, it could be Deion Sanders. I mean, it could be. Could it be Hugh Freeze? I mean, Hugh Freeze brings a lot of baggage. How about Hugh Freeze taking the Liberty Flames into Fayetteville and beating the Hogs yesterday? Something Auburn couldn't do under Coach Harsin. Could it be former Baylor and Carolina Panther head coach Matt Rule? I don't know. I just don't know, Wally. I just don't know, man.
Urban Meyer, man.
Urban.
That's who's coming.
Oh,
Well, hey, listen, man. Folks, time's going to tell, but we need to cut our opening monologue short tonight because we do have a lot to cover.
We do, man.
So stay tuned before we do the commercials. Neil's going to call our sponsors out.
These are our commercial sponsors: the Old Barn Restaurant in Goshen, the Pig Cafe, Hook's Barbecue, Troy Eye Care, Glow Boutique downtown Troy, Piggly Wigglies of Troy, Turner Mowing, Deep South Apparel, PLS Surveying, Road Mart, the Jones Medical Supply, the Alabama Real Estate Connection, Severa, Ralph Baker, Hastings and Reeves, Southern Grill and Patio, Bill Jackson Ford and Chevy, Tyler Transport Trucking, A1 Services with Terry Modes, Southern Animal Hospital and Pet Resort, Crow's Chicken of Brundage, Eddie Billings Dentistry in Laverne, Max Credit Union, Stone Cold Heating and Cooling with Mr. Matt Johnson. Hey, it's about time to get cold. You better call Matt. Get those heaters checked.
Yep.
Sorrell College of Business over at the university, the Crease Agency, All Star Collision. Zoom in on these shirts real quick.
Yeah,
Hey,
man. Check these out, baby.
Y'all see these new shirts we got?
Oh,
Come on, man. You're holding up the crew. How about that right there?
they feel good, man.
Derek Bell got us some new shirts, All Star Collision. We're proud to be wearing them here tonight.
Fat, man.
Huh?
I'm so fat.
Preston Steakhouse, Alabama Restoration, and Firehouse Subs. We'll be right back. Enjoy these commercials. We'll dive into some high school football. Hey.
Mr. Neal, is this the crazy guy that does the sports show with you?
Yes, it is. Wally, what are you doing up here at Globe? How long has he been up here?
He's been up here for like an hour, and he hasn't moved, and he's scaring all the customers.
Wally, I know you said you were going to Globe to get Holly a birthday present, but you're taking this a little bit to extremes, don't you think? Acting like a mannequin? We're going to have to call the law. Come to Globe for all your needs up on the square. Globe Boutique. 3, 2. Man, what kind of call is that? Are you kidding me? The ball bounced in front of the plate.
Hey, he's out of there, baby.
What in the world? You can't see nothing. I'm over here. Over here. What? The ball bounced in front of the plate. Man, he needs to go to Troy Eye Care, 566-7172, and get those eyes checked immediately.
Oh, man.
Wally, what are you doing at the UPS store?
My printer is jammed, man. I got to do 2,000 copies for the Penske file.
Well, why even worry with that little bitty printer and print one at a time, man? You're gonna run out of ink. Look, UPS store does mass printing. They can print 2,000 or 3,000 copies, cheap, fast, and efficient. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, why even mess with it? Come to the UPS store on Brothers Street. The UPS store, all your printing needs. Man, did you see the size of that crowd, man?
Man, the Pompadour's that big down here, dude.
I don't know what it is, man. It must be these shirts.
Oh, yeah.
They like these shirts, man. Deep South Apparel, Pete Van Horn and Montgomery.
And heck yeah, man, they even go good, even salt water they can.
Saltwater fishing. Deep South Apparel in Montgomery. Call Pete Van Horn. Man, I'm out here at Firehouse Subs in Troy, and I ordered me a sandwich on my app. Best sandwiches in town. Firehouse Subs, Troy, Alabama. What are you doing? What are you doing up here at Firehouse?
Neil, they said for a fireman get free subs, man.
They don't get free subs. Firemen get discounts.
Oh, discounts.
But they know you're not a fireman.
Yeah.
Come on, I ordered on my app. It was super easy. I'll pay for yours. Come on in. What are you doing with the hose? What are you doing with the hose? so nice. Welcome to Firehouse in Troy. Come see them. Best subs in town.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
Hey, Wally. Why in the world you got all these fans in the window, man?
Man, I was cooking a mess of chitlins and about burned my house down, man. My whole house smells like chitlins.
What is it, smoky in there?
Yes.
And
These fans are going to help, I think.
The fans are not going to get the smoke damage out of your kitchen. You're going to have to call Alabama Restoration, 371-5591. Alabama Restoration, no mess is too big, especially not a little smoke damage in Wally's kitchen cooking his chitlins. Call them at Alabama Restoration.
Who's that, man?
I'm so glad you played that. You know why?
Why is that?
Because I need my Quiet Right cassette tape back you got in 8th
Oh
grade.
my God, here it comes. I don't
You
have.
have got my Quiet Right cassette tape.
I thought you said it was Herbie Hancock.
That
You
one
said
too.
it's-
Herbie Hancock and Quiet Right.
I got to find you friends, man.
Yeah. I want them on CD now since the times have changed.
Well, I want my money back. You sold me that CD player that was.
That thing worked great.
Yeah, it worked great, all right. When I looked at it, scuffed up the diamond thing on it.
That mug was perfect.
This guy charged me $150. This was back in 1990 when
It worked
$150 like $300 didn't even work.
Yes, it did. It worked in my Mazda RX-7.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it worked all right.
Nate, it's time for the Facebook Funnies, Nate. Roll them. Busy night at Stonehenge as they move the stones back 1 hour. Man, this time changed, man.
It's so
It's
stupid,
dark
man.
when we got here to do our show. Oh, my bad, dude. You can just put that stuff in the back. Oh, man. For sale, all in one. Tornado, earthquake, nuclear bomb shelter. Them the school desks.
Oh, I remember that getting up under those things, man.
Get up under your desk. Animal print living room set, $1,200 in stock. Them things are cracked up now.
Looks like my
I love
furniture,
that.
man.
That's great,
Looks
man.
like my furniture. That's good,
Man,
man.
if we didn't run them Facebook Funnies, we get so many
Oh,
texts
people
and
get texts
comments
all the time,
And
man,
play,
on
if
that.
we don't play the music,
that
if for some reason we skip the music, everybody, why did y'all do some music?
Oh, good. All right, let's get off running by recognizing some of our area cheerleading squads that went down to Mobile this past week and competed in the Alabama High School Association regional competition.
Yeah.
Congrats to all the schools that qualified for the state, and competition will be up in Birmingham December 5th and 6th. Goshen qualified, Pike Liberal Arts qualified, Kinston qualified, Charles Henderson High School qualified, Dale County qualified, and Dothan qualified. Again, best luck to all ththese squads.
You know,
next few weeks.
Nobody realizes the time
Did they do that?
Wally. Whew. The choreographing, them girls have to be exactly together. The safety that Alabama High School Athletic Association puts on, they got regulations. They can't do this and they can't do this, and they have to. The time invested in cheer squads is incredible. It's incredible. But hey, yeah, like Wally said, best of luck to all the cheer squads up December 5th and 6th in Birmingham at the state competition. Qualifying's a big deal.
Oh,
Get up
yeah,
there,
I
man.
know it is.
We got several football players that were on visits yesterday. We'll start with Corey Jones from Pike Live. Wally, he was over in West Alabama, over in Livingston.
Livingston.
That's
Yeah.
Lexington. That's up in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Over in Livingston. Coy Bell, Trevon Brown, and Sterling Sharp from Charles Henderson went over to LaGrange College. There they are, three good-looking football players right there. Omar Pickney from Daleville High School was also over at LaGrange. There's Omar. And KC and Dawson Bradford of Pike Live went to Sam Ford in Birmingham yesterday. They had a good visit there. Cade Renfro from Pike Liberal Arts was at Southern Miss yesterday. He had a good trip as well. And last but not least, Cameron Christian from Pike County High School, Pike County Bulldogs. He was over at LaGrange as well yesterday. So
that's cool.
Good to see them kids
Heck yeah,
getting
man.
out and visiting and trying to earn a scholarship at the next level.
Heck yeah. And man, going to Brantley, Alabama, how about them getting their 600th win, man, in program history. That's a huge accomplishment for Neil Armstrong. Congrats to Brantley and every player and coach that came through there over the years. What a legacy, man.
You nailed it right there. Every player and every coach that has ever wore the green over there in Brantley, congratulations. 600 wins is a milestone, brother.
Yep.
And that's in program history over there. And let's don't forget about the 12U football kids. The Troy Trojans 12U youth tackle football went over to Laverne Saturday to play in their league Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, man.
And guess what? They came out victorious.
Victorious,
The
man. Get a bell ring. They need the Super Bowl rings.
Super
man.
Bowl rings. The 12U Troy youth tackle football Trojans are the Super Bowl champs of the 12U league. And several little cities are in that little league, and for Troy to win it, that's pretty
cool.
good.
That
good
is,
little
man.
deal, man.
And Charles Central Star defensive end, who's piling up offers from colleges from all over, added another one.
Who'd he get?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin.
Be interesting to see where he plays college football.
You know, and you and I both. You got a son on the team. I got a daughter that sits in class with Mr. Zion Grady, and we're both hearing that he has grown up an Auburn fan, but he is so starstruck by the Nick Saban offer at Alabama. It's just a toss-up.
Toss-up.
Yeah, that's what I'm being told.
I saw a bumper sticker he had on his card.
You
said
did.
Roll Tide on it.
That was his parents.
Oh,
That's his parents'
okay.
car, not his.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah, that's that. And hey, this is out of the Troy Cable umbrella, but really, really worth noting right here, Wally. UMS Wright, longtime head coach Terry Curtis, with the win over Headland in the first round Friday night, is now the winningest high school football coach ever in the state of Alabama. Wally, 347 W's. That right there is special. That's congratulations, Coach Terry Curtis down at UMS Wright down in Mobile. 347 wins.
That's a lot of wins.
And you think about what you just said about Brantley. 600 program history wins. Coach Curtis has won more than half than Brantley's won in their whole program history.
Wow.
I mean, really incredible. Now, to get 347 in a career, that has to be a bunch and a bunch and a bunch of playoff wins.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you win 8, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 8, 6, 5, 6, 7, year by year, you ain't getting 347. You got to win 10 plus 4 playoff games, plus 5 playoff games, 10 plus 3 playoff games, 10 plus 5 playoff games. You got to win 13, 14, 15 a year to get 347.
He's won like
Yeah.
6 state championships down there.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So.
And one last thing before we
Local mathematician, about 23 years worth of wins.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nate.
Thank you, Nate, right there. And one last thing before we dive into the Friday night games, and Wally is off and running with his stats and calling these kids names. Enterprise High School's Jamie Jackson has signed to play with Enterprise State. She's staying local. She's staying home. And I've seen Jamie play. She's a heck of a player. Good luck, Jamie, on your playing career. Continuing your playing career right there at Enterprise State, and she'll do well. She'll do
Sure
well right
will.
there. Anytime you use sports to forward your career in education, Wally and I want a spotlight.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Good take, Neil.
And,
And we're going to take our commercial break. When we get back, hey, we got some good stuff to talk to you about on high school football. I even got a good clip from Chip Wallace, who gave me some neat little stats I'm going to talk about, too. Don't turn that dial. We'll be right back.
Hey, Wally, what you got us out here in this field for? Neil, I finally bought a brand new boat. A boat, man. Show it to me. Look at that. What? Got it on Facebook. Facebook? Yes, sir. The USS Alabama? Yes, I got to get some insurance. Well, you're going to need to call the Grease Agency. They sell insurance on everything. How you going to get it back to Troy? You got a trailer, don't you? I don't got a trailer. I hope you didn't buy any beachfront property in Arizona on Facebook. Call Grease Agency for all your insurance needs. Look at this, what we got, Sully. What are you doing, Wally? Man, Game Warden gave me a ticket, Neil. Game Warden gave you a ticket? Are you hunting on the right property? Well, I thought this was my property right here, man. Do you know where the lines are? Not really. Man, you need to contact the PLS group. They do all the land surveying you need. If you're building a house building property, marking property, you're hunting land so you know where to go. PLS Group, 403-4234. Give them a call.
Do I get a get out of jail free card?
No, you don't get a get out of jail free card.
Man, what in the world? You just dang T-bone me right here. What in the heck? Playing with fidget spinner?
Wally, did you have a wreck?
Mr. Wally?
Man, this girl right here is playing with this fidget spinner, texting on the phone and T-bone me right here in the parking lot. I was about to go pay my speeding ticket.
Right here at the police station?
Yeah.
Well, luckily at the police station, we can just call All-Star Collision, 808-8822. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. Can I have the fidget spinner back?
Yeah, you can
Please,
have it.
Miss Wally.
All
Thank
she's
you.
worried about is a fidget spinner. Call All-Star Collision for all your accidents, 808-8822.
You gained donuts?
Oh man, what a nice day with the windows down. Yeah, cruising right along, man. Just running around Troy.
Hey man, what's that smell?
What do you mean? That's Hook's Barbecue, man.
Oh, that's
Hook.
Hook? Oh, I'm going to Hook's, brother.
Oh my God, hold on! Good Lord, what in the world? Hooks, baby. Good Lord, help us all. He about killed us. Good gracious.
Neil, call Jason Jones.
What is it?
Out of oxygen, man.
Oxygen? You got your snorkeling device right there. What do you mean you're out of oxygen?
Oh, all this is to show people where you are, man.
What's that? Why do you can breathe through that?
I need to call Jason.
Unbelievable. Jason, can you bring some oxygen from Jones Medical Supply down to St. Andrews State Park at the Jetties? Wally needs some oxygen. Call Jason Jones for all your oxygen needs.
Moving on up to the big time.
What's going on, Monopoly man?
Oh man, Neil,
You got money going everywhere.
I have bought up every bit of Troy, Alabama, but I'm missing a few spots right down here. Who can I call?
Man, you need to call Toby and Dina Adams at the Alabama Real Estate Connection. They'll let you finish buying all of Troy and Pike County. They're the best agents in town. They will work the hardest to get you the best deal. Give them a call, 566-4765. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Hey, they're dealing at the Alabama Real Estate Connection. Hey, what's going on today?
Mr. Jones, you know this guy? He comes here every day for breakfast and lunch.
This guy over here?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I do know him.
Man, look at the size of this chicken right here, man.
Oh my God, Wally, how many days in a row have you eaten here?
Every day, brother.
Come out to the Pig Cafe, Monday through Friday, breakfast and lunch. The biggest cat head biscuits for breakfast and the crispiest fried chicken for lunch. Come out to the Pig Cafe.
George Michael.
Come on, man. We already heard him tonight, man.
Oh, well.
Wally, when I tell you, they got,
I'd say we're going to get
They had-
banned in North Korea.
they had one camera. Of course, there's video boards all over the auditorium, all over the stage. They had one camera dedicated to his hands playing the piano. You could just watch him play the piano if you wanted to. And it was incredible. That boy can bang that piano.
Kind of like I do when I play.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, hey,
yeah.
before we get started, our buddy Chip Wallace, who always watches the show,
yeah.
good friend of ours,
Yeah.
sponsors the show.
Sponsors
too.
the show, yeah.
He had some good stats come up with when talking about the area teams that we had.
Give 'em.
Well, you know, Luverne lost late events at 36-35.
1 point.
But their estimates will come to true. 16 of 52 number 3 seeds in the state defeated number 2 seeds. That's incredible.
That is.
That's 31%. Only 6 of 52 4 seeds defeated a number 1 seed for 12%, and that was Pike County.
Pike County was
one
a
of
4
them.
seed, yeah.
And Mobile Christian were 2 of the 6 4 seeds that advanced. Class 1A ran the truest to form, with only 1 upset by a lower seed. Class 3A had the most with 6 upsets by a lower seed. Thank you, Chip, man.
That's neat, Chip.
He's good with all
Good
that
stuff right there. I
man.
love that kind of stuff.
Heck yeah. All right, let's go to Enterprise going down to Baker, Mobile. Michael Johnson scored on a 15-yard run with 2 minutes left to help Enterprise secure a 35-26 win over Baker. They're going to have to go to Central.
City.
This coming up Friday night. It's going to be a tough game for them. All right, Charles Henderson, which we called 20, Williams from 16. Charles Henderson led 20-0 late in the first half and held on for the win. To find a late line drive in the fourth quarter behind quarterback sacks of Zion Grady and Zamir Caffey. And did we go nuts when that happened?
We did.
That
We
was
can't leave the Charles Henderson game without at least highlighting Charles Henderson turned the ball over five times and had 17 penalties and still found a way to win the football game. You talk about trudging through adversity. Those kids and coaches got tested with adversity Friday night and came out with a W. That's a big deal.
Heck yeah, unreal. All right, the Trojans advance play Tallahassee second round this coming up Friday. We improved to 9-1. Just a couple highlights. Boyd rushed for 53 yards on 4 carries. Zach Coleman gained 47 yards on 10 carries, while Antonio Frazier picked up 32 yards on 10 carries. Quarterback Parker Adams, let me tell you, man, he had a night of his life. 20 for 28, passing for 205 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he actually ran one in,
that's right.
And the TD passes were 21 yards to Will Templin to open up the game, was beautiful.
Yep.
And 23 yards.
Yeah. You know, they were doubling 3 and 2.
Yeah.
They were actually double covering both our wide receivers. Well, when you got Will Templin that can bust it down the seam,
man. I mean, he didn't even have to jump. Parker Adams just put it right there to him, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But Boyd led the running game with 47 yards on 4 carries. Zach Coleman followed with 41 yards. Khalil Carson, he had a good game too.
Yeah.
Man, he was catching them left and right. He caught 8 passes for 71 yards. Stephon Mosley had 34 yards. Templin, 4 catches for 35. And on defense, shout out to Damian Hart and Quay Scott. They both had a stellar night on defense. And again, we apologize when you're watching the game. I swear to y'all, and we don't make this up, 0, 8, 6, and 4. We cannot see.
Not on those blue jerseys.
Not on those blue jerseys. No. And we thought that Damian had intercepted.
We were going, go Damian, go Damian. Interception, Damian
joking.
Hart.
And then my son Blake finally told me that was Quay that did that. I said, okay. Anyway, great game by Charles Henderson. All right, Gulf Shores, man, 42, Carroll 0. Just was not.
Long trip down there, too.
Exactly. The only stat I got, Cordarius Leiter, he was the only one that had an interception. Really, nothing went right for Carroll during that game, Neil. It was just a tough route to go. Pike County, 42, XL 14. This was the number 4 versus 1 seed. Omari Barrow threw 3 touchdowns to the Ian Foster as the Bulldogs routed XL 42-14.
Good defensive game from the
Bulldogs. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, and let's say Barrow threw for 229 yards and 10 of 17 passes. He threw TD passes to Foster, 21 yards to Shamir and Brown. Foster also caught 6 passes for 122 yards. Zay Carlisle, who Bulldog Johnny said had a great game, he had 146 yards rushing and a 21-yard touchdown run, while Nemo Williams had a 2-yard TD run and Marcarlis Hobby a 1-yard TD run. All right. In all, Pike County folks, they rolled up 438 yards on offense and held a very high-powered offense of XL to, listen to this, 196 yards.
Wow.
That's incredible.
What a defensive game.
Dude, let me tell you. And on defense, senior defensive tackle Keith Williams. Let me tell you something about Keith Williams. The other night when James and I were calling
the HA game,
the Houston Academy game, that dude was literally hell on them. I mean, he was all over, and he got hurt. And we thought he was going to be sidelined. But listen to this. That mug came out Friday night in XL, hobbled all night with a leg injury. Listen to what he's done. He has 6 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks on a hobbly leg, baby. That's pizza worthy, man. Don't get me any defense, but, man, he
got love on that defense sometimes.
Good gracious, man.
When you hold XL to 14 points.
Dude, that's incredible. They said he was a beast. But anyway, Keith, you win the Marco's Pizza of the Week, man. Good job, buddy.
Nice.
All right, now Ayrton, 61, Chickasaw, 22. Adrian Garris had a big night throwing, and Jordan Smith had a big night running as Ayrton got first-round victory, 2A playoffs. I mean, just not too much. I mean, heck, when you get killed that bad, they pull their players. But Landon Tyler on the receiving end, he had a 57-yard and a 16-yard touchdown pass.
Yep.
All right.
And they pull the players for safety.
Yeah, exactly. Same here with the Elba 42, Southern Choctaw 20. That got nasty in the first quarter, and they just
Elba pulls their players for safety.
Oh yeah,
Nothing.
nothing.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, I'll give you Alvin Henderson. He rushed just only for 147 yards, 4 touchdowns on 16 carries, and they said that was in the first quarter. I mean.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I know.
All right. Now Brantley 39, Choctaw County 3. Leading the way for Brantley was Jaden Parks. He had 11 for 17 passes for 165 yards and 2 TDs. Keldrick Brown had 80 yards rushing on 8 carries, and John Bush had 7 catches for 70 yards. He also had 7 tackles on defense. Crenshaw Christian 32, Wilcox 6. To be honest with you, I mean, I thought Wilcox Academy was going to beat CCA, but they didn't. It was supposed to be a tight game, but hey, Logan Owens was 3 for 7 for 39 yards. Drake Mills had 11 rushes for 66 yards and a touchdown. And listen to this. Our previous player of the week 4 weeks ago, Braden Moore, he had a catch for 7 yards, 8 rushes for 92 yards, a TD, a punt return for 54 yards, 5 tackles, 1 defensive interception return for 75 yards deep. And again, man, that dude just keeps on playing.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this. You said that it was supposed to be a close game, and CCA wins 32-6. There's been a lot of teams through the years that were supposed to be close games with Coach Wayne Grant.
Yeah, Wayne Grant, but it
didn't come out
it
that
doesn't
way.
get out. Well, listen, those are our stats of the week. Congratulations on Keith Williams for being our Marco's Player of the Week. And when we have this commercial break. When we get back, Neil and I are going to cover some of the scores and some upcoming games. Let's see who beat Wally.
Yeah,
too.
Keith, all you got to do is call Marco's Pizza and tell them you're the Sports Chat with Neil and Wally Player of the Week. You get a large 1-topping pizza. Enjoy, brother.
Why in the world? Why are you measuring this gigantic air conditioner out here at this warehouse? Neil, I'm putting a brand new unit in my house, man. You cannot put an air conditioning unit this big at a residential house. You need to call Terry Moats with A1 Services. He'll get the square footage of your house, put you in an air conditioner, heating unit, everything you need. Call Terry Moats at A1 Services. You don't need a unit that gargantuan. Call Terry Moats at A1 Services, 566-4220. Man, I come over to check on things. What are you doing trying to beat that bush up?
Neil, my trimmer battery went dead, so I had to get this bat and try to trim this up.
You're not going to be able to knock it out with a bat. You got to call professional bush trimmers like Blake Turner with Turner Mowing. 465-0600. Call Blake Turner. You're going to fall off that ladder, man. Just quit right now and let's call Blake Turner. Hey, call Blake Turner, 465-0600 for all your yard needs. Man, what's that noise? What are you doing with that air conditioner heating unit?
Neil, my air conditioner went out last night, and I'll tell you what, I watch YouTube, and I know how to do all this stuff now.
Look, Wally, this could be really dangerous, man. You need to call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling, 268-0917. Licensed, insured, and bonded. You need to call Matt Johnson, Wally.
Hey, Neil, what does this red thing do?
Don't pull on the red wire. That could be dangerous, man. What'd you do? Don't pull on that red wire. Good gravy. Now you've done it. Call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. Wally, what are you doing in the cornfield, man? Get some corn, dude. Corn? Yeah. You can't give people's corn. That's against the law. Why don't you go to Piggly Wiggly on 231 on Greenock where it's fresh produce? Come on, man. Now, isn't this better? Air conditioning. Look at all this produce, man. Here we are at Piggly Wiggly on 231. Also, Best Butcher in Pike County, Reader's Choice 2020.
You know this guy?
Yeah, I know. Wally, what are you doing, man? What in the world?
Nice Bronco.
Why are you hugging the Bronco at Bill Jackson Ford?
Because I want a Bronco, brother.
Are you going to buy it?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez. Well, you can't just be out here hugging vehicles. You got to talk to the salespeople. What are you doing?
Kicking the tire, you know they say you got to kick the tire before you buy a new one.
You guys kick the tires. Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama. Also, Bill Jackson Chevrolet across the street. Hey, they got new vehicles on the lot. Come see them. Man, I'm up here at Southern Grill and Patio. Look at all these big green eggs, all these accessories, man. It's all you want with the big green eggs. Wally!
Neil, look at the size of this big old green egg here, man. Look at this thing.
Man, that's a big old green egg. You can't get a green egg that big unless you're a platinum green egg dealer like they are at Southern Grill and Patio. Check out this new store up here on Grundy Street, right next to Troy Cable.
Longer Town and Country. Come visit the new store, the new layout. Look at all these Big Green Egg accessories over here. Come see them at the new location on Brundage Street. Get you a Big Green Egg, because I'm going to get me one.
Who's that?
Darrell Oates and John Hall.
And is it backwards?
Oh, that's right, yeah. Darrell Hall and John Oates.
Is that what they still took?
They just started back about a year ago.
Didn't they?
Yeah, I want to go see them too.
They stayed.
But I gotta
mad at each other.
I gotta take my girls to see Taylor Swift. Sydney and Addison are having a fit to go see Taylor Swift. So we're gonna have to, that'll be my 2023 concert is Taylor Swift.
Man. Guns N' Roses.
Look, man, gotta go see Taylor.
Motley Crue. Taylor Swift.
Hey, Taylor Swift. All right, let's go. Let's run over the scores real quick. Dothan 42, Foley 28, Gulf Shores 42, Carroll nothing. I didn't see Carroll getting blanked. I really didn't.
I didn't either.
Faith Academy 21, Eufaula 15. I really thought Eufaula could beat Faith right there. Andalusia 25, Jackson 10, Mobile Christian 30, Houston Academy 3. I did not see Houston Academy losing. I thought they would win.
Pike County just beat them up so bad.
Thomasville 20, Strawn 9, Reeltown 49, Thorsby 7, Ayrton 61, Chickasaw 3, Brantley 39, Choctaw County 3, Crenshaw Christian 32, Wilcox Academy 6.
Enterprise 35, Baker 26, UMS Wright 56, Headland 19, Charles Winston 20, Williamson 16, WSNL 27, Op 13. I didn't see that one. Pike County 42, XL 14, Wicksburg 34, JU Blackshear 7, GW Long 19, St. Luke 16. That was a real close.
That was a close one, yeah.
Highland, this is another one that blew me. Highland Home 29, Isabella 21.
I was thinking Highland Home by 3 touchdowns.
Ooh,
Weren't you?
man, unbelievable. Elba 42, Southern Choctaw 20, and Vincent 36, Luverne 35.
Wow, that was a nail biter.
Man,
And
you ain't kidding.
you want to go over the I tell you what, let's do the upcoming games and then you do the Beat Wally.
Okay.
Upcoming games. 7A, Auburn hosts Dothan. Central Feeney, 7A goes left to right, so don't worry about that. Homewood hosts Pike Road. Booker T. Washington hosts Anniston. And Booker T. Washington goes on the road and beats Orange Beach. Now, that was a good deal for Booker T. I hate that from old buddy Jamie Dubose.
yeah.
But Montgomery Catholic at Jacksonville. Mobile Christian hosts Trinity. Wicksburg hosts Comer, and Ayrton hosts Highland Home. That'll be the game of the week, brother.
Yes, sir.
Elba hosts Sweetwater.
And Central Phoenix City hosts Enterprise, Charles Henderson at Tallahassee, Andalusia at American Christian, Pike County at Alabama Christian, WSNL hosts St. James, GW Long at Reeltown, Brantley at Linden, and Crenshaw County hosts Jackson Academy. Crenshaw Christian hosts Jackson Academy.
Yeah. All right, tell us who won last week.
All right, man. Hey, I only lost one game.
That wasn't enough?
That wasn't enough. We had 3 to actually hit all 9 games, which is impressive. But Derek Bell and Chris Adamson, they both tied and they both had 45 points. So we put both their names in there, and we are going to draw Derek Bell.
Look, All-Star. Hey, folks, that ain't rigged. I don't know. If they don't put the dink in Wicked Dink.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable. Right there. Derek his
Bell.
wife won a pizza earlier in the year, and he was talking about how competitive she is with that. Oh, she's going to be so mad.
My goodness.
Derek, you win the pizza. Large Marco's one type of pizza. Derek Bell, the owner of All-Star Collision and a sponsor.
Yep, exactly. So, and Chris Adamson, play again next week, man. You got you've been pretty good all year. Just got hamstrung.
Derek's been good all year too. He's been close. He's been close.
Has.
Yeah.
All right, tough games this week, man. Brantley at Linden.
Yep.
It's gonna be a good one. Pike County at Alabama Christian. Charles Henderson at Tallahassee. GW Long at Reeltown. This is a tricky one too. Comer at Wicksburg.
Gotcha.
And then Helba. Sweetwater. Whoa.
I know it.
Can Helba handle it?
I think so.
All right.
I think so.
Andalusia at American Christian.
Gotcha.
And then the game of the week. total points.
I was wondering.
Highland home at Ayrton.
Whee!
Those
Total
some big
points.
ones, baby.
Highland home at Ayrton. Yeah, get that out. We'll get that out there on
I'll get it
Facebook
tonight, yeah.
and you get those picks in for another pizza. We really appreciate Marco's Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
One of our great sponsors. We've given away a ton of pizzas this fall.
Heck, yeah.
And they love doing it for you.
Hey, and I meant to say this in the opening monologue, but I forgot. Big shout out to Derek Rouse. I bought some firewood from him.
Derek's Firewood.
Man, let me tell you something. That's a lot of firewood.
And he delivers.
He delivers.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you, I asked him, I said, don't stack it. I'm going to get my son to stack it because he wants to make some money.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture I sent you?
I did. He threw it up in the corner.
Just Humpty Dump through it. I ain't never in my life seen
We
that.
got one more break we need to get in before we hit on college football. And the Houston Astros win the World Series.
Who?
Houston Astros. We'll be right back.
Breaker 19, Breaker 19. I got cleared for a takeoff in Troy.
Whoa, Mr. Neal. Mr. Neal, what is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing. Well, you don't have a pilot's license. I've already told you. I'm sorry, ma'am. Look,
Oh, my
you got a
goodness.
CDL license. You need to call Tyler Transport at 566-7474. They're hiring every day. Those beautiful 18-wheeler rigs got those glide packages. Call Tyler Transportation if you need a job driving. Here I come, Get out of here. Good gravy. Why in the world? Why are you measuring this gigantic air conditioner out here at this warehouse? Neil, I'm putting a brand new unit in my house. Hey, what are you doing, man? What in the world? What's happening? Unbelievable. Back up. Back up. Put it in reverse. Put it in reverse.
I need a mechanic.
Unbelievable. What have you done in there that caused all that smoke? I watched a YouTube video. Unbelievable. You got to take the thing to Road Mart where they know how to fix vehicles, a mechanic. Take the vehicle to Road Mart on 231 North. Don't be like Terry, Wally. 566-3413, Road Mart, 231 North in Troy. It's so good to be back at Preston's. I'm so hungry. I'm hungry. You ready? What are you doing?
Kelly Tater.
What are you doing? Wally, that's somebody's food.
What the nut are you?
I'm so sorry. He gets in a trance when we come to Preston's. I apologize. He is a nut job. Hey, snap out of it, man. Oh, that's not yours.
Oh, we're Preston's on.
Come out to Preston's and get your own Kaylee Tater. Man, hey, what are you not coming in to get some Crow's chicken and brundage?
I need some nugget sauce, man.
I'd like a nugget dinner with extra sauce and roll. Don't worry about him. He's on the same road to the door.
Lord bless it. Nugget dinner.
We're going to eat it here. Crow's and brundage.
Frozen brundage. Well, hey there, Mr. Wally. How you doing?
Doing well.
Good. How'd you get in here?
I better not tell you.
They don't even open till 4.
Well, I'm waiting to hear Mr. Lenny Traver play, and I'm going to give him one of these bad boy steaks that they won an award for.
Best steak in the state. Also, the best catfish awards a couple years in a row. Hey, my personal favorite is the fried shrimp and the cheese grits. Also, not mentioning the cheese biscuits that come out before the meal. You're going to love that.
I know.
And a little live music, like you said, Mr. Lenny Traylor, you can't beat it down at the old barn in Goshen, Alabama. Come see them.
Come see us.
That hurts. What's wrong now? Is that a rattlesnake?
Rattlesnake done bit me.
Unbelievable. Well, why are you at Southern Animal Hospital with Dr. Steve Bear?
Dr. Bear told me he had some antivenom for
Oh
me.
my goodness. Now he does have a vaccine for dogs to help protect from venomous snake bites. He also has antivenom to help protect animals from snake bites, but not for humans. Goodness gracious. We got to go to the ER.
The Yellow Brick Road?
That's it, man.
Was that on Wizard of Oz?
Was it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road.
Wasn't that Wizard Dorothy saying goodbye to the Yellow Brick Road or something?
I don't know that that's got anything to do with the song. Anyway, that's all right. That's enough Elton.
Yeah.
We Elton John'd it tonight. I just had a really good time at the concert.
That's good.
Hey, the Troy Trojans traveled to Lafayette, Louisiana to take on the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. Troy trailed 17-0 in that game at the half. Troy finally got on the board, merely a few seconds left in the third quarter. They finally got a field goal in the middle of the fourth quarter. Kamani Vidal broke off a 25-yard touchdown run with only 5 seconds left in the game to put Troy ahead. Troy scores 23 unanswered points to win 23-17. That runs their record to 7-2 on the year. Troy now controls their own destiny in the Sun Belt. Gunnar Watson, quarterback, went the distance for the Trojans. He was 21 of 35 for 223 yards and two touchdowns. I'm not sure what that was, but 2 touchdown passes. He did throw 1 interception. Kamani Vidal led the Trojans on the ground with 21 carries for 117 yards and a touchdown. The Trojan defense did not give up a second half point to the Cajuns. They shut them down. Troy's back in action next Saturday in the Vet here in Troy against the Black Knights of Army. That game's at 2:30 on the NFL Network. Yes, you heard me right. The NFL
That's
Network.
twice they've been there.
That is twice.
Yeah, it sure is. And I listened to the game. Barry called it, and he's so excited.
Oh,
man, let me tell you, I'm sitting there, and I'm on pins and needles as it is because I'm worried we ain't going to score that touchdown.
Yeah.
And they said he hit the pylon.
Yeah.
Then they had to go back and look.
Review it.
And then when Barry just went nuts at the end, man. And, anyway, all right, Alabama visited Baton Rouge, and they stormed the field again. I just didn't know if you know that. Why? Let me ask you this, LSU fans. I got a few buddies out there. Well, why storm a field when you rank 7th?
It's a big win, man.
Unbelievable. Anyway, overtime win, 32-21. A gutsy call by LSU coach Brian Kelly to go for 2 and the win with the first overtime paid dividends and got him the big win over number 6 Alabama. Bryce Young was 25 for 52, 48% completion percentage. I think that just waxed him for winning another Heisman.
I do too.
That was a career low for him. He threw 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Jamar Gibbs ran it 15 times for 99 yards. Alabama defense, again, gave up 182 yards through the air and more, importantly, 2 passing touchdowns. They also gave up 185 on the ground and 2 more touchdowns. Alabama back in action next Saturday on the road again up in Oxford where they take on Ole Miss. And I'm going to go ahead and predict, I doubt
Don't do it,
They
man.
will not be favored.
What?
I don't think Alabama will be favored.
You don't think that the Vegas Gurus will favor the Crimson Tide over Ole Miss?
Nope.
It's
going to be a pick 'em or maybe Ole Miss -1.
Alabama will be
Dude,
favored.
we can't even score. We can't even line up right.
Alabama will be favored.
Bet the house on Ole Miss, buddy. I'm telling you, you got
Just for funsies, we don't
condone
betting
or anything.
Auburn was also on the road over in Starkville, Mississippi. They fell behind 21-0 to the Bulldogs. Auburn finally got the running game going and clawed their way back, all the way back to take the lead in the game. This game also went into overtime, just like the Alabama-LSU game. Auburn missed a field goal in their overtime opportunity in Mississippi State. All they had to do was score, but they did score a touchdown. Mississippi State wins the game 39-33. Auburn hosts a hurting Texas A&M team that has lost 5 in a row. Next Saturday night at 6:30 on the SEC channel, and the Auburn fans are kind of rejuvenated, Wally. They felt like the players played harder for Coach Cadillac Williams. That's what I'm reading on the all my Auburn friends and all. They said it was a more spirited game, and it looked like the Auburn family on the sidelines instead of a foreigner. And his comments after the game just touched the Auburn fan base, and so
he got put in a bad situation, I think, to come in there and
the worst.
Cause you think about it,
The
Neil.
worst.
I'll say this and I'll be quiet.
Yeah,
he is type of a coach that, hey, I want to be a head coach one day, and I want to go through the channels, and then all of a sudden, hey, you're the head coach. So I know it kind of threw him out a little bit.
Yeah, and hey, the Houston Astros win the World Series.
Man, I love a National League team winning the World Series, man.
They switched over to the American League about 10 years ago.
Oh, did they? Oh,
12 years ago.
you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure. But who cares about the World Series if the Braves are not in it? Let's talk about the Braves re-signing Dansby Swanson, man. That's what we need to be talking about is Dansby Swanson. He's already turned down a $100 million deal.
I want to keep on talking about football. Ohio State. What in the world? Wasn't
They
they
almost
favored
let
40
Northwestern-
something? Wasn't that 40 point something favorite?
Yeah.
Northwestern, oh my goodness. TCU struggled with Texas Tech. They trailed until third quarter, but I'm gonna go like you said at the beginning of the show, man. Watch out for those Horned Frogs. I think they're gonna be slipped up.
They're gonna pat them on the back, Wally. They're gonna love them. I'm telling you, you wait. You wait. It's a love fest, man.
Love fest.
Georgia didn't have much of an issue with Tennessee, 27-13. Oregon smashes Colorado, and the Bo Nix for Heisman campaign has officially started.
I wonder if he's gonna win it.
He's putting up better numbers than the other Heisman candidates. What about Gus? Got UCF in the top 25. Appreciate you watching tonight. We'll see you next week. Keep it